How's it going, everybody? Mike Hill Hobbies. I got a really cool DIY for you today, and this is for ground stakes. If you've got any kind of ground stakes, this most likely will work for it. If you have these clown-like ground stakes like I got here, it definitely will work for you. And you can use a bucket, you can use pretty much anything. You can use a box if you wanted to. I just happened to get these from Dollar Tree. They have these really cool popcorn buckets, and it works perfect for what I'm going to do to spruce up these ground stakes. This fit right down inside of here, so it makes them just look that much cooler. Now, the ground stakes fit right inside of these broom handles that they sell at Dollar Tree. So I got 3 of these from the Dollar Tree. I got some tape from the Dollar Tree, wrapped them up. I'm going to do this one in red also. I measured from the threaded side. Right here is the threaded side that goes into the broom. I measured from that down 32 inches and cut the excess off, and then the end that had the handle on it, I just put it right down on the threaded side right there. Go ahead and wrap it with tape if you want to dress it up, or you can just use it black like that. Now, in the buckets, I got a foam noodle here, and I cut that at 4 3/4 of an inch and glued it to the center of this popcorn bucket. And then I just poured some Quikrete around the bottom of that. I just got a small little bag of Quikrete, and I poured that in the bottom of all 3 of these. And then I got some 1/2 inch foam, and I cut out these squares 8 inches by 8 inches, and it fits right down on top of that foam noodle. That 4 3/4 gives you the perfect height to put this foam block right on top of it, to give you room so you can take some spray foam and just make little dots, so you can make it look like you got popcorn in here. Just get a can of yellow spray paint or some yellow acrylic paint from Dollar Tree, and you can brush it on there. So that is it. It is really, really simple, but it's gonna make these ground stakes just that much cooler. And if you wanna have them up on a table or something in like a creepy carnival, or on the ground too, it's just gonna make them look that much better. So here, with the pool noodle glued down inside of the popcorn bucket, and then the Quikrete, you can use dirt, sand, whatever you got, rocks, it doesn't matter. I just happen to have some of that Quikrete in a little bag, so I used it. Now, once that's all dry, I'm going to take a little bit of this spray foam, spray it down in there, take this end that we put the handle on, and just stick it right down in the pool noodle. Take this foam block, slide it right over it with a little bit of spray foam on top of the foam noodle, right there. And that's going to glue all of this together. And the reason I put that handle down on top of that threaded end is because it makes it tighter in the foam noodle, plus it gives somewhere for the foam to go to grab when we squirt that foam down in there. So go ahead and dress these up after you cut them. You can leave them longer if you want. I just thought 32 inches was a pretty good length on them. Dress them up with some tape, whatever kind of ground stakes you got. If you've got reapers or zombies or Draculas, whatever, you could even use these buckets too and just paint them green or black or orange if you've got pumpkins or something like that. I have these clowns, so I'm doing kind of like a creepy carnival circus. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one with some red tape just like that, and then I'll start spraying the foam down in here so I can get these broom handles all stuck in there. And then once the foam dries, we're ready to paint the popcorn, and then you can put your ground stakes right on top of it. Okay, once you get your broom handles however you want them, whether you're going to dress them up with some tape or paint or whatever, you're going to go ahead and take your 8-inch block, slide it over that right there, and have it ready. That way we can go ahead and put the foam down inside of this pool noodle, take our broom handles, slide it down in there, and then just push this block down and let everything set up. Okay, I'm ready to go ahead and do the foam at this point. Just spray a little bit down in there, spray some right on top of your foam noodle, and then stick your broom handle right down inside of there. Spray some right on top there. Take the broom handle, make sure you're kind of square on the bottom. Go ahead, slide that right down inside of the foam, and then take this block, Slide it right down on top of that pool noodle. Try to get this as straight up as you can. Should be somewhat straight with that 8-inch block and that 4 3/4 foam noodle. And that is it. Super simple. Same thing here. Spray a little foam in there. Get some on top of the foam noodle. Grab your next broom handle. Stick it right down inside there. And then push down that 8-inch block. Just to the top of the pool noodle. Foam noodle. I gotta stop saying pool noodle because I keep getting it messed up with my tongue. Just gotta say foam noodle. Same thing here. Spray some of this foam in the foam noodle. And then on top of there, wipe off your excess. Grab your broom handle and set it down there into place. Push down the block. Push on the center. You may have to push these back down a couple times just because the foam's going to want to push it up. Now for the popcorn part, I'm just going to try to do little dots all inside of here. Don't do them too big. This stuff does expand, and it expands quite a bit. So just do little dots. If you need to go back and do more, that's even better. You just don't want a giant piece of popcorn. It's going to look really weird. So just do the best you can with going little. Try to be random with it. And it should look somewhat like that. Put that to the side and let it dry. If you gotta let it dry overnight, let it dry overnight. And I got 3, so same thing on this side. And there's number 2. Set that to the side. The first one is clumping up nicely. It's not getting too big. And the last one here. Now, I use this window and door GE brand from Walmart. This stuff works perfect for this. It doesn't plump up really, really huge. I don't know if you can see that yet, but it's looking just about perfect. So I'm gonna let all these dry and then we'll come back and paint inside of here yellow. All right, now at this point, once the foam is all dry, go ahead and tape off around your pole here, and then tape off around the top of whatever box you got or popcorn bucket. Get some yellow paint. I'm using this one here. It actually comes out pretty good looking. And then you're just gonna lightly spray all this to just get it yellow. If you got some white spots, that's fine. It's gonna look a lot like popcorn, even if you have some white spots. So just come through and just lightly dust it. And if you have to, turn it around. Doesn't have to be perfect. I don't think popcorn is perfect. That's it. That will look really good at night in a creepy carnival. So I'll let that paint dry and then get everything on here. Okay, they are all finished. I think they look pretty cool. I went ahead and put some of these little buttons on them. I just hot glued them. It was something I found at Dollar Tree. There was a package of them. It was like little necklaces. I just cut them off a necklace. You can see the popcorn looks pretty good on there. I got some eyeballs on there. Put this nasty raven bird or crow over here that I made on top of this one. And I think they came out pretty sweet. Really easy project. Really cool way to make your yard stakes kind of stand out. I'm gonna go through on this cable and I'm gonna put some streamer on here. Just wrap it around just to give it, you know, kind of that circusy look. But they look really cool. Super easy, super cheap. Awesome way to dress up your pathway lights. So we'll go ahead and kick these on and check them out. And that is it. Really easy, cheap way to make your pathway lights that much better, stand out. Really cool. I think this is awesome for a creepy carnival. If you've got pumpkin pathway lights, reaper pathway lights, witch pathway lights, there's all kinds of ways you can make these that much better just by adding a broomstick, some tape. And if you're doing clowns, popcorn like this, of course, anything else, you could spray paint it a different color, throw moss or something in there. You know, get them up off the ground and really get them in people's eyes. That way it grabs their attention. I appreciate everybody watching. Hopefully some of you get to do this one. Mike Hill Hobbies out.